Right, here we go. We're going to have a walk around the outside at Shepton Mallet. So it is now 1:25 on the final day, the Sunday. It looks very cloudy, doesn't it, and very dull, but it's very warm. I think there's going to be a rainstorm, so I'm hoping we're going to get through the day without getting a complete drenching. But you'll find that some dealers now, even now at lunchtime, will be beginning to pack away. So I think the tip, I don't know, we've talked about this before, haven't we? When is the best time to go and visit one of the IACF Antiques Fairs? It's tricky. The first few days, couple of days, yeah, the dealers are mostly all going to be here. Is it a good idea to come on the final day to try and bag some bargains? Maybe so, but just bear in mind that some of them will pack up relatively early on the last day. It's just the nature of the thing. I know people have complained to me about it before, but you can't do anything about it because it's just the way these things are. It's the way it's always been, this way of trading. If they've had a good fair, then why wouldn't you want to go home a little earlier? But I have bought some cracking things at antiques fairs like this on the last day, in the last moment. So don't let it put you off. Just on the last day, I think the top tip really is get here relatively early. This one today on the Sunday began at 10 and people did start pouring in at 10. So make the most of your time. Let me know in the comment section if you see anything that you think is particularly different, interesting, or if you have something like it at home, if you've bought anything like it, do let me know. You might recognise some of the dealers actually here, because they're probably, well, I know some of them have featured on my channels before. And they've always got great stories to tell, and I'm always fascinated by their backstories, how they became antiques dealers. There's always an interesting tale to be told, and it's always like the dealers themselves are almost from the same sort of tribe. They may not know one another, they may come from different parts of the country or even the world and different backgrounds, but they all have this passion and interest in the particular objects that they handle. And when you look at stalls like this one here as an example compared to that one there, you'll recognise there's a big difference, isn't there, in the kind of stock. And that's because the dealers here and over there, you're looking at their taste, their style, the kind of objects that they're drawn to. And so each stand is always very different. And you'll find that you, as an individual, are drawn to certain stands because you, as an individual, like their individual tastes, if that makes sense. And that's what I find fascinating about these places, is that not only are all of the items obviously going to be different, but all the stands are markedly different as well. And this is interesting, of course, being lunchtime, this is where all the action is. I mean, honestly, don't for one moment think that any diet that you're on is going to be successful when you visit one of these fairs, because it's quite unlikely for you to buy a salad. But it's a bit of a treat, isn't it? Donuts, pasties, my God, Chinese food over there, burgers. So it's all your kind of high fat, high calorific food, but it's a bit of a treat. Let's zoom through this area. So now we come to the other side of the fair, and we've got these marquee tents up and down. And of course we have all of these halls. So I've made a film already in the main hall, but you've got multiple halls around and about the outside stalls. So it is absolutely enormous, this fair, as are all of the IACF. I don't really know how they put them together. I mean, it would just absolutely blow my mind, the organisation behind it all. But on a day like today, for me, I just love mooching around outside. Come and mooch with me. We'll have a quick look inside one of the halls, see if the light isn't affected too badly. Looks all right, doesn't it? Look at the size of this. But I did say this was an outdoor shot, so I'll continue going outside. Good garden pieces, look at those, my goodness me. Lots of interior designers that come to places like this. So it's all very kind of interior design stock, isn't it, when you look around? Oh, now there's contentious beastie. Look at him, crocodile. Quite something. Stuffed with straw. That's a good old piece of taxidermy there. Wow. Well, hopefully that's given you an idea of what Shepton Mallet looks like on the outside. There's more to see. You're just going to have to come yourself one day.